Morning, guys. Welcome to Mitchie's Motivational Monday. How are you guys doing today? Still kind of recovering from a crazy weekend here at Westwood. What a roller coaster. What an amazing time. What great people. Just can't say enough about that. Just an incredible, incredible weekend. And, ready to start off the week fresh. We got Thanksgiving coming up. And there's a lot to be said about Thanksgiving too. Giving that thanks of having people around you and, the ability to share time with people that you care about and family, hopefully for many of you, hopefully for most of you. Today I wanted to come on and I want to kind of talk about, I want to circle back to last week's message about courage and kind of go at it a little differently this week. I want to talk about courage and having the strength to do the right thing, even though that right thing might not really be the right thing to do, but it feels like the right thing. Sometimes we have to make choices in life on what to say or what to do in any situation. And I think the best thing that I could put out to you guys is if you're ever forced to make a decision, and that decision's a really hard decision to make. There's a lot of pain involved with that choice, with that decision. And when you start to think about it and dwell on it and pray on it and ask, for guidance on what to do, and you go at it with pure intentions and you go at it with a pure heart and pure motivations to help someone else, and you make that choice, and sometimes it can be crucifying. Sometimes it can be taken in such a way that the consequences of sharing the information that you shared can be pretty grim and pretty hard to handle. But having the courage to take that step for the right reasons, having the courage to take make that motivation or make that move to say what you need to say, regardless, knowing all of these other circumstances that could happen and knowing these other things that could come of it, but yet you still make that choice to do it or to say it because it's the right thing in your heart to do. And sometimes you're wrong, and that's okay. We're human, and sometimes our perceptions aren't really the right perceptions, and not taking enough time to look at it from different angles can really impact on how things turn out. It's just one of those things in life that you have to go through, and sometimes doing the right thing can definitely be sometimes doing the right thing can definitely be painful. And being willing to accept those consequences definitely takes courage. So the positive side of this and the positive side of that is whenever you do something from the heart, whenever you do something with pure intentions, whenever you do something for the care of another, even if you're wrong, you cannot help but be forgiven if you made a mistake, because the intentions and your heart were pure. It's a big deal. It really is. And, but the flip side of that is if you have malice or if you have, distorted intentions for an agenda, then maybe you deserve what you get. Maybe you deserve what you get. So, thinking about that and thinking about other people, I guess is really the message of today, to have the courage to do the right thing, to have the conviction to do what's in your heart. And conviction is a very big thing, conviction is very strong and a very powerful thing. So don't be afraid to have conviction. Don't be afraid to make that choice to do what you feel is the right thing, even if it turns out to be wrong. Your heart was pure and it's okay. We are all human. Probably sounding a little redundant today. You know, I don't, just so you guys know, I don't rehearse these. I don't read from a script. I don't really think too deeply or too strongly about what I'm going to say when I come out here. I have kind of an idea of what I want to talk about, and everything else just kind of flows through me. And so therefore you have these little hymns and haws and stuff like that. But as you can see, I'm still here at Westwood, and the energy is still up there, even though the fam's gone. It was just a really, really, really solid weekend. So, you know, take that time to analyze when you're put into a position where you have to make a choice, where you have to make a choice that could help one but affect others. And maybe not in a positive way does it affect the others, but your intentions, again, were pure. So we are in a spiritual war, and I call it what you will. And I bet you almost everybody that watches this video agrees with me that we are in a spiritual war. We are in a war for human souls. We are in a war of division. We are in a war of conquest from powers that be. This is such an incredible time and such a powerful time to be alive. And doing the right thing along this journey is not going to be easy. So be prepared for the chastising that may come. Be prepared for the foul words that may come your way because people don't necessarily agree with what you're doing. You know, prepare yourself for that because it will come. You will be challenged. You will be challenged and tested on a daily basis if you're choosing to follow the path and to be that warrior that's needed to fight this battle of humanity, for humanity, and for the love and for the acceptance of people as people. You know, I watched this thing from, it was a clip from Mark Wallace and Morgan Freeman, and they were talking about racism. And Mark Wallace brought up the question of race and racism, and he's like, how do we get rid of it? Morgan Freeman said, stop talking about it. That's it. Stop talking about it. Stop bringing it up. Stop shining light on racism. Because when you shine light on something, it can be distorted. He said, you know, they were talking about history months and how, you know, there's a Black History Month. And Morgan Freeman says, I don't want that. Mark Wallace is like, well, why is that? And he goes, well, let me ask you this. Is there a White History Month? Mark Wallace is like, no. He goes, do you want a White History Month? Mark Wallace says, no. He said, exactly. So the best way to end anger, hatred, racism, all of these negative things that impact us on a daily basis, the best way to attack that, the best way to get rid of it is to start looking at each other as human beings and refer to each other as what we are, a human being. You're a man, you're a woman, you're non-gender specific, whatever it is you choose, I guess. But the point of the matter is, look at us for what we are, and that person across from you, regardless of race, regardless of color, they're a human being. And that struck me pretty hard. Not hard, but it struck me pretty deep when I watched it. So food for thought. Courage is going to be one of the biggest things we need to get through this, guys. All of us. We're going to have that courage to take that step. We're going to have that courage to fight that battle. We're going to have to don the armor and fight this war, this spiritual war that we're in. And there's going to be spiritual leaders. There's going to be people that will lead you in the right way. And there's going to be people that lead you in the wrong way. So be careful who you choose to follow. Be careful who you choose to look up to. And just be aware, it is a spiritual war. So hopefully this message came out right. Hopefully it comes across well to you guys, and I hope you receive it. And I hope, you know, the motivation to have courage and the motivation to do the right thing regardless, and have that conviction sticks with you this week. And no matter what the situation you find yourself in, do what you need to do from the heart and do what you need to do from the soul, and you will never be wrong. And if you are, it's okay. It was with pure intentions. You guys have yourself a great day. I hope I lift you up, and I hope you guys are inspired to move forward this week and look forward to Thanksgiving. And hopefully you have families to spend time with and enjoy and break bread with, and give thanks for what we do have in life. Give thanks for the sunrise that comes up every day. Even behind the clouds, it comes up. So give thanks. Know peace. Be grateful and have grace. Love you all. Have a great day and a positive week. Catch you later.